You don't wanna fuck with me, don't wanna test your luck with me. Cause if you try to fuck with me, I'll take all your body parts to a fucking graveyard 6 feet under. I'm ostracized and traumatized by everything I'm not. Alright, I'm lost inside, and anything I say you better listen up closely. Mostly, I'm the one and only. Bring it home slowly, hand your boy the trophy. Patience is holy moly. I got him hating on me like Michael hates Toby. Force like I'm Obi, you know the one Kenobi. Force fed baloney by phonies, just wanna rule the world. Call me Mr. Steel Girl. Easy gave me the referral, now he's worried about a jail. Yeah, coming out strong, I've been here for a long time. Started off online, finish off all time. They can call me crazy cause I rap like I got rabies. I'm confident, not lazy, and I'm dominating lately. She want me like some pastries, I'ma give it to these ladies like I'm Hefner in my 80s. Still I'm pushing up daisies. Don't wanna fuck with me, don't wanna test your luck with me. Cause if you try to fuck with me, I'll take all your body parts to a fucking graveyard 6 feet. Don't wanna fuck with me, don't wanna test your luck with me. Cause if you try to fuck with me, I'll take all your body parts to a fucking graveyard 6 feet. I can taste it, I'm fading. Why am I still waiting? What are y'all debating? It's really irritating. You hear what I'm saying? Fear got him shaking. You won't ever find a fucker like me in the making. Bite me and you'll break him. Your teeth will be vacant. I don't need to be patient, man. I breed entertainment from the streets, not the basement. Oh, see, I've been baking like your mama's casserole. She makes me. I've turned on the radio when you hear some shit. Your throat all slit if you don't post this, and I won't be missed. Hell no, I'm pissed. I'm the only rapper in this game worth shit. I go it on my own, don't need nobody's help. I do it all alone, I'ma do it by myself. All these lyrics on my own, you won't put me on the shelf. Every punch that I throw, I can send your ass to hell. Better run, bitch, down with me. Don't wanna test your luck with me. You don't wanna fuck with Cause if you try to fuck with me, that's right, I'll take all your body parts to a fucking graveyard 6 feet. Don't wanna fuck with me, don't wanna test your luck with me. Cause if you try to fuck with me, I'll take all your body parts to a fucking graveyard 6 feet underground. Don't wanna test your luck with me. Cause if you try to fuck with me, I'll take all your body parts to a fucking graveyard 6 feet under. I'm ostracized and traumatized by everything I'm not. Alright, I'm lost inside, and anything I say you better listen up closely. Mostly, I'm the one and only. Bring it home slowly, hand your boy the trophy. Patience is holy.
We're having our fun tonight. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I love it when it was live tonight. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Run and hide for your life. Stay inside. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Left to right, side to side, bump and grind. Whoa, whoa, whoa. They fight now. No woman, they fight now. That's what you back now. It's going down tonight. Yeah. We're having our fun tonight. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm running better for back tonight. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All your life.
Hey, Revolution! It's your #1 contender here. I just want to pop on screen tonight. After all, it is Fight Night Friday. One of Harry's favorite nights of the week. And, you know, I tried to give these guys in this tournament the opportunity to have a little bit of the spotlight, but they've proven that they just are not up to the task of doing what it takes to beat Revolutionary in this place. After all, we've had, 5 guys drop out at this point? Spoiler alert, in case some of you guys didn't realize that already. In fact, we had 4 straight up just not show up like pussies. And then we had 1, he showed up, he won his match, he let his opponent get eviscerated in that live judging, and now his opponent's got to move on through the rest of the tournament like an asshole. You know, I mean, what a clusterfuck this thing's been. And I said it from the start. It was always a formality. It was always a waste of time. Because Harry's always been the prize at the end of the rainbow. The man who is here, ready, willing, and able to take that Revolution Championship and carry it and this company into the future. But instead, I'm forced to sit on my hands for what feels like half a fucking year at this point as our number one contender, while these assholes come out here and squander screen time. Come out here and fail to live up to the expectations that those before them in the Revolution have set. I mean, I hate to say I told you so, but I knew this thing was going to be a mess from the beginning, and frankly, I'm not at all surprised. One positive is that our former Revolution World Champion, Big Sweet, came back here on screen here recently, and, well, to no one's surprise, he said he's going after those tag team titles with JD Destroyer. A very smart move, might I add. I mean, is there anyone in this place who wants to face Harry? Is there anyone in this place with a set of balls? I mean, sadly, the most entertaining thing about this tournament has been the live judging. It's quite fucking hysterical that the live judging, those guys are actually cutting better promos than the actual promo artists in the match. Good grief. What's happened, man? What's going on around this place? Revolution, we need to do better. Each and every one of you need to do better because Harry needs a fucking challenge at the end of this thing. I mean, you guys make it too easy. Is this shit set on beginner mode right here? I thought when I got up to the World Championship standard and I start going against that type of competition where you're going after the grandest prize of them all, I thought maybe there'd at least be a challenge, but no. Nobody's ready to step up to that. Maybe A-lister, maybe Mr. Wallace, maybe that dude named after Super Nintendo. I mean, how the hell is Brody Blade still in this tournament? Good grief. JD the Destroyer, maybe we'll go again. I don't know at this point. Does anybody even want it? I mean, I can't blame you. It's hard putting a lot of time and effort into something when you know at the end of the day, you're going to go all the way through that tournament just to get your ass kicked by Harry. Well, hey, don't say I didn't tell you so, guys. Anyways, I'm going to finish enjoying this Zola. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to relax. And I'm going to wait for my number to be called. Finally! And that number is 1. And don't you forget it. Toodles!
Well, Mr. Harry with some very, very big words right out the gate. I hate to say he's an asshole, but some of the stuff he said I actually agree with. Well, moving along, we do still have a very good fight night lined up. We also have a match that was supposed to take place on Tuesday between Paul Salini and the Sarge, which is just basically an exhibition match for fun. But also tonight in the main event, we have a number one contender match for the Fight Night Championship. The winner of this will go on to face Josh Steele at a later given date. It will be Sarge working double duty against Jeff Sweet. Still got Landfill versus A-List tonight. Shady versus Mr. Wallace. And we still get to see those promos from them no-show, from the guys that actually showed up because of the no-shows. I'm still going to show their promo. So I don't know what it is with the no-show things. You just have certain people in this business that likes to waste people's fucking time. I don't know if it's a get-off for them, if it's they twist their nipples and think about it later, late at night when they're sitting around going, oh, I stood Revolution up. If you think that somehow that was going to hurt us, you're wrong, because all you did was get disqualified and the next man is up. And I think Harry may be wrong on a couple of points. I do believe there's a couple of guys in this tournament that want to hold this Revolution World Championship. There's a couple of guys in this tournament that would hold this championship and hold it proud. I would even say it would make one hell of a run here. But they have to make it through this tournament and still beat Harry, so he's got a point there. So let's see what happens, guys. First off, I'm going to give you Boss versus Sarge. So this is a no feedback. This is just a straight-up match. As I said, this one's for fun. We was actually going to initially run it Tuesday, but I decided to save it for Fight Night because I had an eerie feeling people were going to be wishy-washy and flaky and not show up. So just to give us another little match here. Also, let's go ahead and talk about real quick. This coming up Tuesday on 0 Dark 30. Right now, 3 matches are booked. You got 7 versus NDT from the Evolution to Revolution tournament. Villain will take on JD from the Evolution to Revolution tournament. And the main event is the number 1 contender for the tag team titles, Sweet Destruction versus the Elite Empire. Winners of this will go on to face Proving Ground, the tag team of Bossellini and Landfill. Also, next Friday night, we will continue this tournament. The winners of these guys will face off Friday. And the main event in that right now, currently being booked, is the number 1 contender for the Outbreak Championship. I have 2 names. I'm possibly going to add a few more. I'm not going to announce who they are right this second. We'll get that posted to the page maybe later this evening to see who those guys are going to be. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. Let's get this thing rolling with Bossellini and the Sarge.
Bossellini, here we are. Finally, somebody accepted my challenge, and it just had to be you, didn't it? Just had to be you. Okay, I'm fine with that. But now that we're here, let's get down to brass tacks about things, shall we? Bossellini, you need to start calling yourself Leany or something, because you damn sure ain't no boss. The bosses on the street, they don't fail. Bosses on the street know how to get things done. They are the movers, the shakers. They are the ones controlling everything, not being controlled by their partner. But back to the point. Yeah, how many singles runs have you had? How many of them have been successful? You've had a few, and none have ended in success. You're straight up a tag team guy. I don't even know why you're in this match. Why you even thought you had the chance when you accepted this match. You're a tag man. Stay in your tag division. Stay where you should be. Because you obviously need someone to back you up and carry half of the weight. You can't carry it all by yourself, can you? But I think I know why. We'll get to that point in a little bit now. Yeah. You see, where you're from, things are done a whole lot differently. Where I'm from, we don't back down. We show the competition exactly why we are the ones not to be messed with. You see, you're going to come in here thinking you got me beat already. But you've got me handled. Simply because you were Navy and I'm Army. Well, you see, this isn't a battle on the sea, my friend. This is a battle on land. You're done before you even got started. You have been beat before you ever got in the ring. Simply because the Army never surrenders. Never accepts defeat. Never quit. I don't see that happening with you. No, I don't. And you're from Ohio. I mean, what do I have to be afraid of from somebody from Ohio? Really? A Buckeye? Come on, bro. You think you're gonna beat me with a seed? No. Think again. Because you see, twice as tough as a $2 steak. And I am meaner than a pissed off Texas rattlesnake. So when you get me backed into the corner, you're gonna find out one thing and one thing only. Don't fucking quit! I don't give up. You are not gonna take me down. So, you might as well go ahead and pack up and head home before you even get started. Because I am the one that you have to deal with now. Not anybody else. Not any singles runs, because you don't have any more of those left in your tank. You got to have a partner carry you around. So, I think I'm done here. I'm finished with you. I've already beat you. It's game over. Welcome to the chaos, maggot.
Alrighty, revolutionaries. It's me, it's the OG Bossellini. And I told you, Sarge, I was coming to war. I told you was gonna see something from me that people couldn't see from you. And we're gonna start off with just the truth of the matter. The fact of the matter is, I came in Revolution and I fought, I clawed, I scratched, and I fought before I became a champion. And the first title that I won here in the Revolution is the title that sits right here. The Revolution Outbreak Championship. And I was proud to be the Revolution Outbreak Champion. I was a proud revolutionary, a proud Outbreak Champion. So proud that I had the boss version of the Outbreak title made. So I will always represent the Outbreak Championship. But as I go through promo world and I go from federation to federation, winning title after title, most of these titles stay with me. I retire titles. And I went on and I became the tag team champion. Your current reigning defending tag team champion. Oh yeah, sweet. I heard you and your partners, your little battle cry. We'll get to that later. But Sergeant Chaos. You see the difference between us? I come out with the title that you held that nobody ever seen from you. That they talk so much about, said, where's the title? How can you call yourself the Outbreak champion? How can you be a proud Outbreak champion and never had a title with you? Meanwhile, I got the tag title wherever I go. If it's Heart and Soul, if it's VOH, if it's WGP, or if it's just right here at home in the Revolution. The boss has the title. The boss represents. And today I represent two things. I represent the division that I made my name in, where I cut my teeth, where I put out matches so bad that they had to say you're winner and still Outbreak champion before the match show. Or even they announced my next match before we even had our match. Why? Because I did something and I put the Outbreak division on my shoulder and I carried it. But see, I don't have to put the tag division on my shoulder by myself. Why? Because I got a tag team partner. I got the hardcore hungry man by my side. So we are putting the tag team division on our shoulder. The proving ground is out here to do exactly what we said we gonna do. We gonna uplift the Revolution tag division. And as you see, the man, when all the smoke clears, has a guaranteed shot at the title. At the top title, wants to come and see if he can get back the tag titles. And you want to know why teams do that? Because they see competition. They see someone that holds the title and they hold them proud. Because at the end of the day, when you see me do this, and I say I am the Revolution Tag Team Champion, it means that I am a champion. I am a fighter. But Sergeant Chaos, where were you? What title did you hold up proudly when you were on screen? It wasn't the Outbreak title. Because the question was always, where's the Outbreak title? You made Mikey Bada Bing sad. He gave you that title and you did nothing with it. All the champions that went before you, myself, Tonstradamus, Villain, hell, in the original Chaos, we all did something. We showed up with the belt.
And your winner by nose, the Sarge. I don't, like I said, we don't have live feedback for this match. The feedback that I got from a few of the judges, one judge told me flat out that he felt the final judge said that the matches, that the promos were equally bad in his opinion. He felt that neither guy had real great lines in this, and it came down to like a very narrow thing, reason he voted for Sarge. I had other judges tell me that even though Boss is trying to tell a story, they find it kind of disrespectful that he has the Outbreak Championship on screen when he's currently not the Outbreak Champion. Some can agree, some can disagree. Even though he's trying to tell a story with it, it's still one of them told me they feel like he don't need to be having it on screen if he's not currently the Outbreak Champion. So they minused him a point for that. I honestly, from me standing here watching it from a promo judge standpoint, it was a struggle. It was a real tight match. Sarge, you get the win over Bossellini. Next up, we're supposed to have a match between these two. Unfortunately, one of those guys did not show up, even though I've posted constant reminders, and they acknowledged those reminders, let me point out. So if you got cheated out of a match in this, that it's not my fault. I did all I could do. Mr. Brody Blaze, you are the winner because he did turn in his promo. Mr. Brody Blaze will move on and shock the promo world. I could honestly say there is probably not one person out there, and I said this in the Evolution or Revolution chat room, that probably said that Brody Blaze was going to make it this far in this tournament other than Brody Blaze. Congratulations, Brody. You get to move on, and we're still going to play that promo. Here's Mr. Blaze.
Yo, what is going on? Revolution, baby! Brody frickin' Blaze here, and yes, today is the day. Tonight is the motherfucking night, baby! When Brody frickin' Blaze gets to take on Heathen in the first round of the Revolution World Title Tournament. And oh my God, it is so great knowing that I took on that copycat bootleg version of TK3 and took him out. But that's not who I'm here to talk about today. I'm here to talk about the Heathen, the dirty white boy. Yo, I'm the Heathen. I like to sweep and do spring cleaning. I like to show everybody that I am the lowest form of Southern people by just doing this. I'm a redneck, and I'm this, and I'm that. La-di-da-di-da. You know, actually, I've got an impression of him. Let me show you guys real quick. Yeehaw, yeehaw, yeehaw. Yeah, you see, I'm a Southern boy too, white boy. I'm Southern boy. But you know what? You call yourself white trash, you are definitely white trash. You are the lowest of the low form of country. You are one of the fine examples of a Southern person that gives other good Southern people like me, Brody frickin' Blaze, a bad motherfucking name. You know what that is? It's because you run around and you talk like this. You talk about sweeping floors and everything. Yeah, that's what they say us Southern people do. We run around and we dip and we drink till we get drunk and we pass out and we burn our assholes by eating too much Taco Bell. That's what you do. That's what you do. But I get on here. I'm a good, distinguished promo artist that likes to come on here and I talk about people. And I make sense of things. But you, you just embarrass yourself just by opening your damn mouth. And I, Brody frickin' Blaze, that is why I'm gonna beat you. That is why the judges are going to love me and my promo so much better. You are the laughingstock bottom of the barrel of the Southern people. I am the nonchalant upper crust, upper Southern plantation owner, Brody frickin' Blaze. I come from money. You come from trailer trash, cockroach in your bed, sleeping out in the yard, licking the dog's face while they lick it back. That's what you are, heathen. That's what you are. I am a true champion, and that is why I'm going to run this tournament. You're going to be added to the list of names of people I beat. So get ready to feel the burn. Freak yeah! Blaze up!
Oh my goodness. That is what fun, and I don't give a shit if I lose, looks like. That was fucking hilarious. Congratulations, bro. Brody, you go on to the next round. Oh my goodness. This guy. This freaking guy. Don't forget also, we got coming up. The whole point of this tournament, of course, is for we to get down to the finals, and in those finals, we will be working with VOH in the fight of champions. I'll learn to talk here in a little bit. VOH is going to join in on that pay-per-view with us. The hope is that we can have whoever wins this versus Harry at the pay-per-view. But we're also going to don't forget that we do have our Hall of Revolutionary that will be happening. Of course, you know your winners if you paid attention to the page. Mr. Matt Anarchy is the number one entrance into the Hall of Revolutionary. You also have the Promo Queen in there. You also have Mr. RYK in there and Mr. Mikey Bada Bing. We will have a presentation and hear from those guys for them being put into the Hall of Revolution. We'll try to do that once a year now that we've been established for some years now. So now we can start saying who we think is Hall of Fame worthy. So those guys and girl definitely have earned their spot in the Hall of Revolutionary. They've been with us since day one. All right, guys. Well, there you have it, As I said, Mr. Brody Blaze will move on. Oh, there we go. The Mr. Fight of Champions. Of course, every Revolution Championship, including the Fight Night title, will be defended that night. That's why we're setting up these matches now. That's why we're having number one contender matches for the Fight Night, number one contender matches for, the tag teams and other things. And there's a rumor going around that maybe we might have some VOH champions on there also. So it's going to be a very, very interesting pay-per-view. Me and Crystal has not sit down and booked everything yet, but we will be booking that very, very soon. All right, next up, we were supposed to have this match. Another one of those cases where they acknowledged the reminder that I posted in the chat room over and over and over, even acknowledged it in a couple of hours. I gave them a 2-hour extension, this guy and the match before this one, and they still didn't get their promo to me. So Vyne has been disqualified. Snes, you move on to the next round. It will be next Friday. You will have Snes versus Brody Blaze on Fight Night the 17th. That match is going to be very, very interesting. I'm kind of wanting to see that. Congratulations. And, of course, Mr. Snes did turn in his promo. He turned it in very early, as a matter of fact. So let's go ahead and hear what Mr. You can call him Snes, I guess, or SNES. If you're a nostalgia guy like I am, you know exactly what that stands for.
evolution of Revolution Tournament. It is time to level up with the most dangerous gamer alive. For those who know me, how you doing? For those who don't, get ready for some DLC of destruction. I am Simon Ness, the Kona Sheepman, the prince of your pixel past, and your winner of tonight's matchup. Sorry for the spoiler. But when it comes to this tournament, I am the odds-on favorite to win. Look at the competition left since Woody and Steelan's left. You got Pennywise's red-headed step-cousin twice removed. We got Tonester Dumbass. We got American Nightmare. We got Smells Like His Name. Trust Fund. Slim Chance Shady. Mista. Needs Adderall. Half of a Hellraiser. And my opponent tonight, Vyne. Vinny, can I call you that? Vinny, you're stepping into the ring tonight with Snes, a man who in less than a year has turned the promoverse upside down. I main evented my second promo match against Hollywood Haywood and tied him. I have 2 world title reigns under my record. I won PPA's Fire in the Bank, and just this past weekend, I won the Elite Marks Monster Rumble, outlasting 19 others, including the Master Evolution, Josh Steele, Army of One, Brody Blaze, and TK3, just to name a few. You know who else was at the Monster Rumble? You, Vinny. Vinny, I came into the main event match and final smashed my way to victory. You did pretty well in your debut. You bested AJ Storm. You have your sights set on a title, while I have stamped my ticket to Mania 4. You merely have your sights set on a title, much like you do in this match. But Vinny, having your sights set on a title doesn't mean you're going to get the title, let alone get a match for it. My accomplishments in my rookie year speak for themselves. You can go ahead and be Little Mac and Punch Out, go through the hoops and the hurdles to get to face the champ. You're going to come into this match thinking I'm Glass Joe and that you're going to knock me out in round 1. I hate to break this to you. I ain't Glass Joe. I am Mike Tyson or Mr. Dream, depends on which version you played. You are coming into my ring. You know what? Maybe Doc Lewis has some advice for you.
Listen, Mac. Dodge his punch and then counter punch. Yes, you can, Mac. Dance like a fly, bite like a mosquito. Join the Nintendo fan club today. Mac? Yeah, he did. He did.
Oh well, when we get into the ring tonight, you can count on 3 things. Those are my 3 H's. I will hurt you. I will humiliate you. And I will humble you. Don't worry, when you wake up in Gorilla after taking your 3-second tan, you can rest and relax knowing that I saved you from further beatings in this tournament. Not as dangerous as the one you're getting tonight from me, but count yourself lucky that it's all over tonight. Oh, and Vinny, I have 2 words I leave with you. Game over.
Love the Mike Tyson. I'm a huge Mike Tyson's Punch Out fan, so I love that shit. I'm a huge Contra fan also, so I love that shit. Very good showing there, Mr. Snes. All right, guys. He gets to move on to the next round. It will be Blaze versus Snes, February the 17th. Now I see Mr. Steele just came in wanting to know what he missed. Well, I can tell you, Mr. Steele, what you missed. We had 2 no-shows for the Snes and Blaze match. They both win by disqualification and move on to the next round. You also had Sarge who beat Boss in the exhibition match just for fun. That's pretty much all you've missed. All right, let's go ahead and roll on. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. This is a match that I know that I was excited to see.
You don't wanna fuck me shady, get shady.
will fucking kill you. Revolution. Always a pleasure to be back in such a fine establishment. And if you don't know who the hell I am Mr. Wallace. Make sure you say the damn Mr. And yes, we are here in another tournament. And as you saw the last time I was in a tournament here in Revolution, I made it all the way to the finals. Didn't quite get the job done as I had hoped to. But this is take two. And please believe, I'm going to go through every last one of you sorry sexy shits until I get to the finals and I raise my hand high as the new champ. But before I get there, I must get through round one, and that leads me to you, Shady. See, I love Eminem. And it's the reason why I love Eminem, because when you are one of the best in your respective fields, you have, undying respect for those who are the best of the best in their field. Well, we can't say the same for you, Shady. It's not your fault you're not it is your fault you're not the best of the best, because, Shady, I'm disappointed. I'm perturbed. I'm absolutely baffled that you claim you're one of the best of the best, think you're one of the best of the best, and you have no idea what you're getting into. I mean, Shady, when the drawing happened and you got the unlucky drawing to go against the Mr., you had no clue of who exactly I was. I mean, literally, the guy ran to another channel, was like, who is Mr. Wallace? And everybody looked around with a confusing look on their face and say, damn it, you silly enough to not know who Mr. Wallace is? Well, please believe, Shady, I'm going to remind you exactly who I am. See, Shady, I am the most dangerous son of a bitch you will ever meet in the promo world. Any shit you can talk, I can out-talk it. Anything you think you can do, promo-wise, I can do 10 times better. I am a measuring stick. I am a pillar of this promo community that everybody wants to be. I am something that everybody aspires to be. So let's get one thing straight, Shady. You call yourself Shady, but it's a lot of shadiness that goes on with you because you thinking that you're better than Mr. You thinking you're one of the best is Shady thinking of his own. And you can never trust a shady motherfucker, now can you? That's like really trusting a crackhead with your money. You ain't gonna see that money, dog. So, Shady, after I dispose of you, and after I move on, and please believe, I hope that A-list is next. I want you to watch, and I want you to witness exactly what I'm doing to you right now and what I will do to the rest of the tournament, and that is take your promo career and I will make it rest in peace, because I'm here to disturb the peace, Shady. I'm here to make all the noise. I'm here to put everybody on notice, and you were the unlucky son of a bitch to be put down first. Now do you know who the fuck I am, Shady?
Now, Mr. Wallace. You've done a hell of a thing on this earth, so you should not be the one to talk. You should be quiet when it comes to moral condemnation, in my judgment.
Oh, man.
Shady Sean McKenzie. And Wallace, let me explain that to you since you may not know who I am. Every single one of the fans here in Revolution know exactly who Shady Sean McKenzie is, because the last time I was here, I caused such a ruckus in day one that's as far as it went. Now, things have changed. The winds of change have ran rampant here through Revolution, and Shady Sean McKenzie finds himself before the great people here once again. But who do I see standing across from me? Not a man, not even a boy, but a putrid little child, demanding that the people call him Mr. Wallace. I think I should call him Wally, because he reminds me of a children's flick that comes on TV every great once in a while. Wallace, when you get hit this week with the most sadistic, shady move in the business, the Shady Days, it's going to be lights out, pal. I'm not even going to need to hit you with anything else, but I'm going to. And you want to know why? Because I'm a shady motherfucker, Wallace. Everyone in this business runs from people like me. And you want to know why that is? I'm a bad motherfucker. You think that you stand tall here in Revolution in your little protected bubble. But then people like me come in and go pop, 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 and pop each and every single damn one of them. And prove and show each and every single one of you that you're down here on the pecking order. While guys like me, man, I've rode the top of this business for almost 25 years now. And I'm going to continue that run right here in Revolution when I win this tournament and take that championship belt for my own. There's not a man, there's not a Wallace, there's not anyone else that can stop me in this tournament. Wallace, I'm taking it easy on you right now, pal. Very easy, because I don't need to come out here and give any more to beat you. Because guys like you are running the mill. You're going to come out here and say, I don't need to know nothing about my opponent because I've got all this and all that, blah, 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 blah. What you fail to realize about guys like me, being shady as I am, I may pay the ref off for the win. I may pay management off for the win. Hell, I may just do it old school, wait for the referee to turn his back, hit you with a low blow, pick up the roll-up victory. 1, 2, 3. It's as simple as that. A veteran like me knows exactly what to do against a maggot like you. Hit you with a couple of shady bowls right across that nose till you taste your own blood. Hit you with a signature. Hit you with a finisher. Isn't that the way things go? You wish. When I'm done with you this week, Mr. Wallace, you will never, and I mean never, forget the name Shady Sean McKenzie. And if you don't like that, join that long line of motherfuckers behind me that thought the same damn thing. Because that's just too goddamn shady.
Okay, Shady versus Mr. Wallace. Both these guys had a similar narrative in parts where they were both talking about how the other doesn't know who the other one is. So let's talk about Mr. Wallace first. He comes out, starts referencing Shady, making comparisons between him and Eminem, which isn't actually the nature of Shady's gimmick, and that really shows how little he knows about Shady. And the thing is about Mr. Wallace's promo, there's a few issues I had with it. He has good screen presence. He's quite confident. I like his delivery. I like his tone. I like his mannerisms. But he was repetitive. He mentioned Shady thinking he's the best of the best at least 3 times. It doesn't need to be said more than once. So there's a few points of the promo. It felt like he was just circling back and covering all ground, which I absolutely hate, especially in a promo which was only 4 minutes. You know, he talks about Shady having to look around and find out who Mr. Wallace is and asking around, and how absurd it is that he wouldn't know who Mr. Wallace is because Mr. Wallace is such a big star, right? And then he said something which doesn't make much sense. Again, it's nitpicky, but I'm a nitpicky cunt, right? So he says, you know, Mr. Wallace is going to remind you who Mr. Wallace is. Something to that degree, right? You can't remind someone who you are if they never knew who you was in the first place. So you should have said was, I'm going to show you who Mr. Wallace is. Because reminding means he knew and then he forgot. So nitpick, I know, but still. There was also a transition in the promo, which didn't land for me. It didn't, and I'll tell you why. So he does this cool thing where he does like a, you know, and then it transitions and there's a graveyard behind him and it's like the Undertaker's music in the background. More like a remix version, but you've got the dong in the background and stuff. It would have worked if his performance had changed, and it didn't. You know, so it's gone to a darker vibe now. But he's still promoing these acts the same way. It's not, his delivery isn't darker, his story isn't darker. It's not, nothing he's saying has any more menace behind it, really, than it already had. So it felt like the transition was just a surface level one, just for a bit of added flair, but it would have landed much harder if he would have changed tone, if he would have got much more serious. When he did that, if he would have just got, look, you know, things are serious now. You know, you're going to see who Mr. Wallace is. If he had just took a bit of a more serious, darker tone, that would have been impactful. You know, but he didn't do that, so he lost me there. Let's talk about Shady. You know, he comes out with all the arrogance and confidence in the world. He is a true heel, and he demonstrates that so well. A few things I really liked about this, which needs to be, you know, addressed, because I think anyone listening, anyone in this tournament, anyone involved in this game, what we play, could learn from this, because it's something that Alist does really well and that Shady does really well. Gimmick awareness is key, right? Selling who you are. He doesn't call himself Shady because he thinks he's some rapper. He calls himself Shady because he's a shady cunt. That's what he does. He will win by any means necessary, and you can't trust him, right? And he puts us over so well. There's a part in the promo where he's like, listen, Mr. Wallace, you're not going to beat me. You can't win. Because I'm the sort of man where I'll bribe the referee. You know, I'll get dirt on him and I'll blackmail him. You know, I'll bribe management. I'll find some dirt on the judges. You know, that's how he's basically saying, you know, you can't beat me. Because I'm Shady Sean McKenzie and I will find a way to win. By nook or by crook, by any means necessary, I'll find a way to beat you. And not many people do that. And he also puts over his finish move, which, again, is a massive plus for me. Now he's telling me the very move he's going to use to finish him with. It's like, I'll hit you with a Shady Days. That's all I need to do. One Shady Days, boom, lights out. It's over, right? I love that. He talks about him just being, he simplifies it. It's like, I'm a bad fucking man, right? He looks great. The backdrop of the belt is a really nice touch. He puts himself over really, really well. Everything you could ask for. The wordplay's on point. I love the pacing. It wasn't too quick. He paced himself, so therefore everything he said landed quite well. He let things sit when they needed to sit. He had the charisma. He had energy. Shady pretty much, look, to be honest with you, it was an absolutely stellar performance by Shady. Sold his gimmick, sold the match, sold himself. Neither man put over the other one. So they both just kind of did a self-elevation promo, which is fine because they both did it. If one of them had have put the other one over a bit, that would have elevated their promo in that regard. So my win goes to Shady. He didn't, when I look at these two promos, they both did well, but I see glaring weaknesses with Mr. Wallace's and no real weaknesses when it comes to Shady's. So, yeah, Shady gets the win.
Okay, we got Shady versus Mr. Wallace. Make sure you say the Mr., right? All right, so after the minute long intro of Shady's that to me had no bearing on his promo whatsoever. Shady, I mean, if you're gonna have a minute long promo, make sure it tie into what you're gonna come out there and say on the screen. You called yourself the E-Fed Police Sergeant Shady. But then I didn't see you invoking the law at all here in this match. One thing I heard you say, I think you said that Mr. Wallace cries and cries for everyone to call him Mr. And funny, you know, it's a line that everybody done said so many times, which actually makes you think when you actually listen to him say his catchphrase. It tell you that he's Mr. Wallace. Make sure you don't forget the Mr. He never asked you to say it. He said make sure you don't forget it. But then we go on and we see Mr. Wallace, who comes in with the intro going directly into the promo, which is perfect. I loved it. How you went from you don't want to fuck with Shady, 'cause Shady will fucking kill you. And then you laugh perfectly because you made it seem like Shady was nothing but a joke to you. He was beneath you. And you went on in your promo and you talked about how Shady said that he's in the top 5 promo artists. If he's in the top 5, I want to see who the 4 above him is and who everybody else and how everybody else ranked below him. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. You went on and you went to destroy that. You went to decimate it. You went to make it seem like Shady was so far beneath you that this match shouldn't even happen. And I loved it because you gave him the credit for what he said, and then broke him down to parade rest. So, you're a winner. And I'm going to make sure I say the Mr. Wallace.
Man, talk about a banger of a match. First and foremost, let me say that Mr. Wallace is definitely one of my favorite. I put him on the top of the list as far as one of my favorite promo stars. The dude is very entertaining. His edits are on point. His promos are on point. His look is on point. His gimmick is on point. I love Mr. Wallace, and I will never forget to say the Mr. and Mr. Wallace. Shady. Man, Shady, this is, I think, probably one of my very first times watching an actual Shady promo. I know you were around in Revolution back when Tommy and I first started the company. Things didn't work out very well during that point in time, but you're back now, water under the bridge. And I'm going to be honest, man, I was extremely, extremely impressed with your promo, with everything that you said, with the way your promo looked. It genuinely felt like an old school 80s, 90s wrestling promo. Mr. Wallace, I felt like when he first came out singing the Shady song, man, that was pretty funny. It's awesome, very fitting. The only thing that I really have negative to say about Mr. Wallace's promo, and ultimately this is what led me to pick the winner, was that Mr. Wallace kind of started to ramble. And his overall promo was basically, I kind of felt like you started just to basically repeat yourself just with different words, if that makes sense. And at the end of the day, Mr. Wallace, while your promo was fantastic, very entertaining, I'm going to give the win to Shady, because Shady, I felt like your promo was very well rounded, and like I said, it had that old throwback wrestling promo vibe to it. I'm talking about your finisher and you know, all these things. It just felt like you were the villain that we all want to despise. You're the villain that we all want to see get his ass kicked. And unfortunately tonight, man, that didn't happen. So congratulations, Shady, man. You are getting my votes. But Mr. Wallace, man, I really hope you stick around, bro, because like I said, you were definitely, and I genuinely mean this, you were definitely one of my top favorite promo artists of all times. I thoroughly enjoy watching your stuff, so hope you stick around, man. But again, congratulations, Shady, man. You get my vote.
Ooh, Shady. What some would call an upset here. Mr. Wallace goes down in the Evolution or Revolution tournament. Mr. Shady, you will move on, sir, to the next round. You will end up facing the winner between Landfill and A-List Alverson. So let me go ahead and put your name over here on the 17th. FYI, them promos will still due 2 days before the show, guys. So it'll be the 15th. You need your promo turned in. So let's go ahead and put Shady here. He will take on Mr. A-List or Landfill, who we'll find out next. Let's keep it going.
Revolution, I am not as dumb as some of the folks out there would have you believe. I've taken a gander at the field of competition here in the Evolution of Revolution tournament, and I see exactly how things are laid out and why. Over on the west side of the bracket, just this week, I saw for the first time in tournament history, if my eyes don't deceive me, it was 3 guys losing in the same match. And one of them just happens to be pushed forward into the next round. Meanwhile, not but a week ago, A-List Alverson had to square off with a bona fide legend in Rico Wildly. And now I've got to take on a Revolution Tag Team Champion. We're just pushing me up against the top guys here. If you ask Tommy CEO Savage if he wants A-List Alverson to be the winner in this one, he will tell you no while he hopes for yes. Not only is Tommy gearing me in the hardest road to fight, knowing that I have the best vehicle to travel it, but he's put the situation out there where the OG Bossellini has got to choose between his 2 championship partners. Psst, hey, Bossellini, Judge Carter. Don't think about Tommy. Think about you. It's about you. Do the right thing. Now, everybody's gonna have their story about the seedling of this tournament bracket being fair and random and luck of the spin of the wheel, but I will have you know that a man with the good fortune of being born with the name A-Lister would never encounter this level of bad luck naturally. It's quite clear that A-List Alverson is the victim of a corporate-sponsored conspiratory screw at the hands of the CEO. And Landfill, I'm a respectful man, but I'm also a realistic man. There's a saying in the world where my enemy's enemy is my friend. This right here is that rare occasion where you reverse that, turn it around, and my friend's friend is my enemy. I know that you want to be the top guy. I know you aspire to world championship, and I know that you can't get past me to do it. You hate the way A-List Alverson has always been put in the top spot. You hate that I beat Ricky Wildchild so easily and convincingly, but I'll be honest, the only reason why I won that match is because he is a piece of garbage. Are you a piece of garbage? Landfill, no, you're the whole damn field of garbage, ain't you? Nevertheless, people tell me you gotta watch out for Landfill A-Lister. He's got great delivery. As if I am concerned about great delivery. I am the total package. Great delivery ain't gonna get you nowhere because Domino's don't make the best pizza and Revolution ain't the best with Landfill on top. You hear that? Oh, by the way, don't you go thinking that I forgot.
Alist Albertson, congratulations on your victory over Ricker Wildley. Now tonight's going to be a whole lot different than that. Tonight you're going to have to put in a whole lot more than you have ever put in it before. Now granted, you have a victory over me, and I believe you're going to be talking about that, of how do I even stand the chance when you beat me before, blah, 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 blah. Who gives a crap? You know, the first time I went against you, I was unprepared, but now I am. I see how you are. I see how you prepare. I see who and how you get people on your side and in your pockets. But tonight I have the promo gods on my side. Tonight, I mean, every time I come on screens, tonight is no different. I am the boss. Now, I know you have a little furry animal in your pocket, and that's okay. I can do without that. I don't care who likes me, who doesn't like me. I don't care who appreciates my natural born talent or not. Because I do things my way. I always have and I always will, and you and nobody else will be able to change that. I have been a very outspoken, opinionated thorn in everybody's side for many, many years. Because I have always innovated. I've always raised the game. I keep people legit. I keep people honest. I keep people on top of their game. And pound for pound, Alist Albertson, you have met your match in landfill. Because I am about the only one, if not held just as many, held more titles than you have. I got no fear in me whatsoever. I will go against anybody. All you have to do is say my name. Alist Albertson, you do not make me flinch whatsoever. You know, Alist Albertson, I learned about you long ago. Self-inflated, egotistical, but guess what? My hair is better than yours. My beard is more luscious than yours. And, man, I can dress to impress just like you can. I don't need everything that you say that you need. I don't, to fit your standard. I am my own being. I am the hardcore hunger man, sometimes my belly may look a little big, my background may not be the best, but I have the skills. I have the talk, that's what I have. I can talk you under the table. You will not be able to compete with me. For, like I said, pound for pound, I'm here for the long run, Alist Albertson. Alist Albertson, tonight, I got you in the palm of my hand. Because I'm going to do just like I said I was going to do from the very beginning when I walked into the door. When me and Bossolini kicked the hinges off the tag team division and we won the tag team championships. I'm going to come in and I'm going to prove my worth. I'm going to prove that I am the best of the best. Now, if it doesn't go my way, it's fine. It won't be the end of the world like it will be for you. You have to be the limelight. You have to be Mr. Pay-Per-View, but I don't care. There will be more opportunities. So, Alist Albertson, I will bid you adieu. And always remember, who's hungry?
Okay, Revolution, we have Alist Albertson and Landfill. Now, I knew this would be a good match, and it didn't disappoint. It was a good match. Landfill holding 2 belts, one over each shoulder, the entire promo that way. It's very, very hard to do a promo whilst holding 2 big belts that way, because it really takes away your ability to use body language. But Landfill did a great job, a job as good as any man really can. He had some amazing screen presence. He looked like a star, and that's always a good start when you look the part. He does look the part. It was a good effort. His delivery, all of his fundamentals were pretty much down, right? His delivery was great. He had a few moments, a few parts where he had a fluidity errors where he made a few little mistakes in his delivery, but nothing that would really impact the promo too much. But it was there. It did affect it. His presentation was nice, a nice black and white filter, just standing in a room. And what I like about it, sometimes it doesn't work, but it did genuinely look like he could just be backstage somewhere. Like he could just be in the arena, right? I didn't like that he mentioned it though, talking about that his backgrounds aren't always the best. That has nothing to do with anything you're saying, Landfill. It doesn't need to be, once you point it, I didn't even think about it until you mentioned it. And then that drew my attention off of you and onto the background. And you don't want me to do that, especially if it's not the cleanest. So don't draw your weaknesses to the attention of the judges. Don't do that. You're doing their job for them. You're basically saying, yeah, I'm good at the talking bit, but my background sucks. It's like, okay, now any judge is going, okay, well, the background was shit. Because you've already said it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, don't draw the judge's attention to your strengths, not your weaknesses. Also, in your narrative, there's something that I didn't particularly like, and this is subjective, but still I didn't like it. You're holding 2 belts, so you're establishing that you are a top guy, that you want to be a top guy. You want the limelight, Landfill. You're standing there holding 2 belts, showing off your titles the entire promo. So when you come out saying that if you lose to Elliot, you're saying how you're going to win. You're going to win. You're going to win. But then you start, I don't know, making it not excuses, but accepting the end result that you might lose. You're already starting to accept that losing is an option for you, and that's not something I ever see A-list Alverson doing. So your confidence starts to suffer for it because you're like, and if I do lose, it really doesn't matter. You're already sort of starting to come to terms with the loss yourself. And then you try and justify it, saying you don't need the limelight like A-list does. You don't need it. Well, I think you do. You're holding on to 2 big titles the entire promo, showing everyone, illustrating visually how great you are. If you didn't need it, if it didn't matter to you, you would have done the promo without the belts. You could have just said that you had the titles, but you wanted to show them. You wanted the entire world to see. So that narrative, I didn't like. Overall, it was a decent enough job. All right, now let's talk about A-list. A-list just does what A-list does, and he does it pretty much better than anyone at this point. But what impressed me about A-list is he tells a story, and it fits his character and his gimmick perfectly. His story is that there's been a massive conspiracy, from the top of Revolution to prevent A-list from winning this tournament, that he's been given the hardest road to travel despite having the best vehicle to travel it in. It's a great narrative. What's great about it is it just fits his character so well. The gimmick awareness on display by A-list is honestly ridiculously good, and anyone watching can really learn a lot from this guy. He understands who A-list is to its core. It's not just another name attached to who he is, OOC. It's a character, and he plays it so well. Everything he says, his mannerisms, his body language, everything he does perfectly accentuates who A-list Alverson is. So every time I watch him, I buy into it. Now, everything, fluidity, his delivery was actually better than Landfall's, which was quite funny because he talked about how delivery wouldn't get Landfall anywhere in this match because he's the entire package, and he is. His delivery was flawless, not a single error fluidity-wise. His wordplay was on point. I didn't like that he was talking about the delivery, but everyone knows where I stand on this. Now, there was a point in the promo where usually I would butcher someone for this, where he starts speaking directly to the judge. I hate that sort of stuff because it brings me out of it. Now you're highlighting that this is a judge thing, but the way he did it, though, was in a manner which was hard to really critique, because what he did was he transitioned out of the promo to sort of in a comedic way, like, wink at the judge and be like, come on, showing the belt and stuff. And then he transitioned back in as if that never happened. So it was sort of a fourth wall break, but with intentions of being a fourth wall break. So it made it work. You know what I mean? It's sort of like Deadpool looking at the camera, and acknowledging the crowd. If it was anything else, if an actor just did that randomly, it'd be really weird and out of place. So even that he does right. So in the end of the day, A-List had a smoother narrative. His promo was better. It had a more clear objective, and its fundamentals were just better than Landfall's. What I like about A-List as well is it's always consistent. It's always in the same place. It's like the A-List room, and so it has consistency throughout every promo to every promo. You recognize it immediately. So yeah, A-List takes this one. It was confident, and he didn't mention that he'd already beaten Landfall, which Landfall said he was going to. So once you say someone's going to say something and they don't, that kind of hurts you as well. So yeah, my vote goes to A-List.
Man, I'm going to be honest, guys. I had to watch this match multiple times, and I don't say that bitter wise. I actually enjoyed it, and I enjoyed watching it multiple times. It's just, man, picking a winner was very difficult, and ultimately it's going to come down to a technicality. But as far as Landfill goes, man, Landfill, you are a great promo star, man. You have the gift of gab for sure. You're very smooth. You know how to incorporate insults in with your lines. The one thing about you that I really like is you don't really have cuts. You speak for the full time period allotted, and like I said, you're pretty smooth, man. Not a whole lot of people can do that, and it's quite impressive. So I respect that. And then A-List Oliverson, man, A-List, I will say this: you are the most entertaining promo star I have ever met, hands down. I could watch your videos all day long. You make me laugh, which there's very few people who can genuinely make me laugh. So you're very great at entertaining. No doubt about that whatsoever. I loved, speaking of making me laugh, I loved the part in your video when you were talking about the judges, and we're talking to Ed, trying to get him on your side. That was pretty funny. As far as the winner goes, though, again, I hate you, Tommy, for making me be a judge. I hate you for making me pick a winner. But I'm going to stay true to my word, and I'm going to stay true to my opinions on what I think a promo should be. I know my opinion's not the same as everybody else. And A-List, you're probably going to hate me for this, but ultimately I'm going to give the win to Landfill, specifically because Landfill, in my opinion, came out, cut the promo, cut the insults, and that's basically what his entire promo was a giant insult battle with A-List. A-List, while your promo was extremely entertaining, definitely funny, please understand that I enjoyed it. It's just that for the first 2 minutes of your promo, I mean, you barely talked about Landfill at all. And I get that you're telling a story, and I absolutely understand that, and I respect that, and I love that. I just feel like that kind of stuff is more for hypes than an actual match promo. Again, that's my opinion. There's other judges on this panel. Maybe they'll view it differently. But in my opinion, Landfill stayed true to what I feel a promo should be. So I'm going to give the victory to Landfill. Congratulations to both of you for putting out a hell of a match. But specifically, congratulations to Landfill for getting my vote.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with one of the toughest matches I've had to judge in my promo career. And it's not because the match was really, really that hard. It's because if the comments, if the innuendos wasn't made from both of these promo artists in this match, both of them are tag team partners of Borsellini, and that's funny, because at the end of the day, Edward's going to make one of Borsellini's tag team partners a little unhappy. But we're going to start off with the hardcore hungry man, Mr. Two Belts himself, Landfill. And Landfill, I love your delivery. I love your passion. I love how you say you don't give a fuck what everybody else think. It's all about how you want to do your thing. You've been ruffling feathers and doing things your way. And from what it seems, your way has got the job done. You showed out that you're you're the... No, I'm not going to do that. You're the Revolution Tag Team Champion. You showed that you're the Heart and Soul Tag Team Champion. Oh, wrong person. My fault. Showed that you're the Revolution Tag Team Champion. You showed that you are the Voice of Honor Excalibur Champion. Show that you are Mr. Two Belts. You're Mr. the Hardcore Hungry Man. You are the guy that's going to bite down and fight all the way through. And at the end, you said, remember, who's hungry? While you showed both belts. And I loved it. It was a great aspect. I love how you started the match off by congratulating Alist on beating Ricker. You know, and then we get to Alist, Mr. Alist Alverson, who emphasized how one side of the bracket seems a little more lopsided than the other. Which some may say it does, because you got cakewalk matches, as people want to call them. Matches that if
What happened to that video, guys? Something cut off on my end. Who did he vote for? What happened? Did y'all hear a winner from him? It's a draw. Okay. I got you. I was like, what the hell happened? It's a draw. So there will be a poll on the page for everybody to vote on. I'll give it to the end of the night. Then we'll find out tomorrow. I guess they both move on. No, unfortunately, they do not. Matter of fact, Mr. Moderator Harry, if you will, go ahead and put that poll up on the page, because I'm not going to let the poll stay up for very, very long. I'll probably end it at midnight tonight, or somewhere around that time, to see who's got the vote. So, because we want to get this over very, very quick, because these guys got very less than like a week to prepare anyway. So we want to get it over with. He'll get the poll up on the page. Y'all get over and get to voting. We'll see who moves on, whether it's Alist, Alverson, or Landfill, that will go on to face Mr. Shady, Sean McKenzie, February the 17th. Good showing, by the way, by both those guys. I know I don't know what happened on my end. I couldn't hear the last bit of the video. My whole end froze for some reason. But the poll will be up soon, guys. All right, moving along. Next matchup. This is our main event of the night. This has nothing to do with the tournament. This is the number one contender for the Fight Night Championship. The winner will go on to face Mr. Steele, which will probably be I know I said I was going to name the date later. That'll probably just go ahead and just be at the pay-per-view, the Fight of Champion pay-per-view. Because I'm gonna make still defend on that night anyway, because I want all the titles on the line. So the winner of this will probably go on to face Mr. Steele at that pay-per-view for the Fight Night Championship. All right, let's move it along. You got Mr. Jeff Sweet versus the Sarge.
We're having our fight tonight. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm running right for life tonight. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
From your stands, now I'm on your screens. It's your boy and the only sweet brother that matters, Jeff Sweet. Revolution, no excuses. I failed at my attempt to become the Outbreak champion, but one good thing did come from that match, because Sarge didn't win either. Now, Sarge, that comes some things you need to get used to, or should be used to. I'm not sure how else to put it. You're not all that good. Truth be told, you're pretty bad. You're the dribbling shits. No wonder you're hanging around the Purge and NDT. You know what? They say birds of a feather flock together, or in this case, some fucking losers. You need to realize, I don't think I'm going to win because I am a sweet brother. I know I'm going to win because I'm better than you in every way there is. As for bringing the elbows and the knee pads, tell your mama to keep her work uniform, but maybe you can bring one of them Maxa pads, and we're going to need something to soak up all that blood off the mat after I beat this giant pussy standing in front of me. And don't worry about the fat lady. Little Sweet's mama is on speed dial and ready to go. Sarge, you need to come to terms with the fact that no matter what you say or do, you can beat on your chest and talk about the Outbreak title all you want, but you will never be able to talk about how you are better than me. What I do will make what the Chiefs do to the Eagles look like two second graders fighting on the playground. I'm going to clip your wings and watch you struggle to ever fly again. You will struggle here today like you have struggled every time you have ever been on screen. You struggle to find your words, you will ramble, babble, and you will struggle to make sense. And at the end of the day, the one thing you won't struggle to do is catch your next loss. You should be used to, by now, I'm going to beat you, break you, and leave you in a puddle of your own piss, blood, and vomit, and with you looking up at the lights wondering how the fuck you just got here. Seriously, how long have you been at this? A hell of a lot longer than me. And the only thing you have to hang your hat on is a shitty Outbreak title on that you didn't deserve in the first place. And yes, I may not have won the title, but I am here. In just my third match, I would say fighting for a shot at another title. But let's be honest, this won't be much of a fucking fight. Now will it? For this to be a real fight, we need to be on equal footing. And that is simply not the case. Verbally, you can't stand with me. Punch for punch, line for line, you can't hang with me. And let's face the fact, the people like me better, and that bothers you as much as losing the title in the first place. It was the only thing that kept you relevant. And what pisses me off more than anything about you having that title, you didn't respect it or its brand it represented enough to act like a champion and show it off. For Christ's sakes, show some fucking pride. My boy Stumpy has barely had it and had it on screen more than you did the entire time you were champion. Man, get the fuck out of here. Sometimes the most powerful thing is to be underestimated. So go right ahead, because I'm coming for everything they said I couldn't have. You won't be the one to stop. I am so over this match. Besides, I have some beer on ice. Until next time, Revolution, feel free to say it with me. This ass whooping has been brought to you by your boy and the only sweet brother that matters, Jeff Sweet. Man, I'm glad that shit's over. Hey, little Sweet, how about that drink? Tequila. This style piss is gonna fuck me up more than I did Sarge earlier. No, shit, the camera's still on. Fuck you, Sarge. Fucking asshole.
Jeffrey Sweet. We meet again. Only this time, one-on-one. You, my friend, for some reason think you got me beat. Well, nope, you don't. And here's why. The clowns that are feeding you all the bullshit that they think you need to say, steering you in the wrong direction. They're sending you spiraling down the drain. Just like the crap that follows in front of you and right behind you. And I'll tell you why. They don't want to see you win. They want to see you in the middle of loser town. Right where they always send you. Because you're gullible. You fall for the same shit every damn time. Well, let me tell you something. I'm not going to be the one that you get that bullshit over on. Simply because I, unlike you, am driven to succeed. I am driven to get the gold. And simply right now, you are nothing more than a roadblock or a speed bump, if you will, in my way. Let me tell you, there is one thing I dislike more than anything, is a speed bump in the middle of my racetrack on the way to the top. But nonetheless, I will hit you full speed and I will hit you hard. I will run through you like a Sherman tank. I will run through you like Mexican tap water after a day of eating nothing but Taco Bell. You see, simply, it's going to end this way. And it's going to end this way now. You have nothing for me. You have had nothing for me. In our little three-way battle, you never had me beat. Stumpy obviously did. You did not. And you never will. Simply because you are afraid of me. You are afraid of what chaos can bring. Chaos will set you free. Chaos will lead you down the path to success. Chaos will be the one that comes home with that fight night gold sitting on my shoulder. Simply put. And that, my friend, is where you end and I begin. My road to glory goes on past you. My road will end when I say it does. My road will not stop simply because Josh Steele or Jeffrey, the only sweet brother that matters, happens to stand in the pathway. You see, I will find the way to reach down deep into your soul and pull out that victory that belongs to me. And I am going to beat you into submission with it. It will not be your victory. It will be mine. Because when you saw the light at the end of that tunnel, it was the train that I ran your ass over with.
In a 2-1 vote, your winner and the new #1 contender for the Fight Night Championship against Josh Steele at the Fight of Champions, the Sarge. Sarge pulls double duty tonight. It goes 2-0. Shady McKenzie, upset win over Wallace. And we got a poll up on the page. Blaze and Snes move on in the tournament also. Great show, guys. Appreciate everybody that showed up. Thank you, judges, for your time. Do not forget that this Tuesday, coming up, February the 14th, Valentine's Day, we have 7 versus NDT, Villain versus JD, still in the Evolution of Revolution tournament. And then the main event, Sweet Destruction versus the Elite Empire for the #1 contender of the Revolution Tag Team Championships. See you boys this Tuesday.
Hey!